Continuing shooting from the lip here on my Tuesday night at Baxter's 942 in the Highlands. One of my buddies. It's funny. It's with Ben Browne. When you and I officially met, it's within like an hour. It felt like we've known each other for 2 hours.
Right, for sure.
And I'm like, can I get that hour back? But no. And then I come to find out, not only you're a cool guy, we hit it off. We're just fans of the music scene.
Yep.
You are a musician. You're a singer. You're a badass singer. I did not get all that until, after the fact.
Yep.
So, man,
actually,
it's like,
probably weeks ago, you actually found out that I could actually sing.
It's like now, not only we're hanging out. I want to hang out with you to listen to you. And you get up. And we have so many friends here in the music scene that we support, we love, and then you jump up on stage, and I'm like, good God.
Dude, thank you. I mean, honestly, thank you. Well, I appreciate that.
We're gonna before we talk. I have to give a shout out because you were doing the music scene thing for years.
Right.
You took a little bit of a hiatus.
Yep.
I love the
kids' life, family, all
on
that
the
stuff.
video part is the only time I get to use the
air quotes.
Air quotes.
Right.
Laser.
For sure.
Magma. Is it?
Yep.
Awesome. Yeah. So, and now you're getting back.
Yeah. So I love that you started there. Thank you.
Yeah,
so I'm getting back, jumping back in the saddle.
I mean, we can while you're talking. These guys can go get a drink or whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
So I went back and looked, and the fact that my actual music page was still in existence surprised me. So I posted something yesterday. I'm playing a show on Thursday night in Jeffersonville at a place called Hoopsters. Playing with Pat Quinney. I'm sure everybody knows who Pat is.
So talented.
And I'm doing a couple more shows here coming up. One at Diamonds, day after Valentine's Day. So if you're looking for some place to go,
Friday night, February
dance with
15th.
your girl and have somebody serenade you. If you're not comfortable serenading her yourself, I'll be happy to oblige. And then we're playing at Levy.
So kind of
February 21st. So
after Valentine's Day, playing the 15th.
Yeah,
that's like the equivalent of Valentine's night is like it's Valentine's night.
Yeah, exactly.
So you would kind of be like pillow talk that
for
after,
sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
I can warm y'all up so you can go home and take care of business.
And you got other dates coming up too, man.
Yeah.
And is Pat kind of is that who you're playing with?
So Pat and I have ran into each other multiple times, and I just asked him if he'd be willing to play with me, and he is happily obliged if he's available. So I don't play, I just sing. I do not ever think I would be capable of playing a guitar and singing at the same time. I can't chew gum and walk.
But I
can't even keep my attention span.
Can you do the
Oh yeah, I can do a shaker,
or
but
cowbell,
cowbell, maybe a tambourine.
Yeah.
I'll be the tambourine man.
Oh, all right.
But yeah, well, I'm excited. I'm excited to get back out there. Not doing a lot, but I needed that fill. I needed that fix. I really like to entertain. I like to sing. And please come out and hang out, see me.
All right, that's enough of the music promo there. But
thanks for sneaking in.
Another reason why we're here tonight is to promote an event that you got coming up at Sullivan's, January 29th. Very cool, very cool event. It's not only an event that it's for a cause, but it's also a kind of a premiere or grand opening of your business you're doing. Go ahead.
So it's a product launch party, and the first annual Gentleman Swine beard competition. We're going to try to make sure that this one's just kind of a test, filling it out from the beard competition standpoint, but hopefully we make it an annual, ongoing, really big event moving forward. So Rob Coomes, which is the Gentleman Swine.
Look at that beard. Solid beard.
I'll back up.
Tats, everything, man. Look at
the name of the company is the Gentleman Swine.
Yeah.
We are a beard balm company primarily right now.
BALM.
Yeah, not beer bong. Beard balm.
Yeah, because you had a lot of little teeny boppers out there going, beer bong? Beer bong?
It's been a difficult conversation to have with people.
I've been around those kind of guys.
So Rob and I all but grew up together. Little league, elementary school. We were always the
band, I think.
Marching band. Yep. I was cool. We were cool.
Together, did you all? Together, was it one time at band camp?
Yep. We were the unique big-eared guys. Which will make more sense if you see us without the headphones, but we were the unique big-eared guys that kind of, we got picked on. It is what it is, but we all came out a lot better because of it.
That's true.
And Rob has had a freaking awesome journey. He worked for Disney, worked for Schneider Electric.
Oh, wow.
And went through some stuff, came back, and I happened to see him post a few things on Facebook about this idea for Beard Balm. And I had to reach out and just see. I've been in sales and marketing, and I knew a little bit about what Rob had done with Disney and Schneider, and I knew it wasn't necessarily sales and marketing related, but he had a great idea, and he created this awesome product that just made me want to grow my beard longer than I do.
It looks much better today than what it was, I think, when we met back in August.
Let's give the official intros. Besides my guy, Ben Browne, we got Rob Coomes, and we got Bill Reynolds here hanging out with us on this Tuesday night. So, Rob, he gave you a nice little segue.
So let me finish this part. So Rob and I connected on Facebook, and we started talking, and we sat down and met one time, and we just found a really, really common ground.
Wait, so you all knew each other like from back in the day,
dude,
and then kind of reconnected. Okay.
Yeah. So he was gone for years, and I'll let him tell that story. But he wasn't even on social media, I think, and he just happened to show up.
Bad thing.
Likewise, right? But he showed up. I added him as a friend on Facebook, and I saw him promoting this Gentleman Swine, and I had to get involved because of the way that he spoke about it and the passion that was there about what he was trying to do. I wanted to see if there was any way that I could help him or connect him with people that could help him make this idea and passion a reality. So from there, it's just been a complete whirlwind. Luckily, I knew a guy like Bill.
Well, give me a time frame. How long ago was it you reached out to?
Was it
August?
August, yeah.
So
it's just been a few
less
months.
than a year.
Yes.
Oh, God, yeah. It's been a few months, 4 months.
Yeah.
So when Rob and I connected, we talked a little bit, and then I've known Bill because of our networking opportunities, and I was engaging with Bill around the company that I work for. I work for an IT consulting firm, and Bill does digital marketing and owns the business. So he already has kind of that mentality and that education from running a business that I don't necessarily have. So I needed somebody else to kind of supplement what I know how to do that can kind of make sure that we're all kind of doing what we need to do. But also because of Bill's expertise in digital marketing and helping us promote, it's literally been like the perfect storm of things that all kind of fell in place at the right time. And here we are today promoting an event that we've spent a lot of money on and we have spent a lot of time on, and we got 2 weeks left, and we can't wait to get there.
You haven't spared expenses for this. I've kind of been privy to what you behind the scenes. So
luckily, we know some really good people that get us some stuff
Always
a lot less, but it's not been cheap.
Yeah, let Rob jump in.
Yeah, Rob.
So, 13 months ago, I was living in Portland, Oregon. I had taken some time off from working in the corporate world. I've spent 13 years in working for Disney. I've worked for Schneider Electric. I've moved around in that time. After my employment changed in Nashville and left Chandra Electric. I ended up in Portland and thought that was the place I wanted to be. And I was working at a restaurant called the Ram's Head. And around Christmas time last year, I wanted to do something unique where we're doing like a gift exchange, something like a white elephant type gift exchange.
Christmas is in this.
No, 13 months ago.
Oh,
13 months ago. And I was like, I'll just make a beard balm because, I mean, it's Portland, Oregon. Dudes have beards. I mean, it's
beer and beards. That's what's in Portland.
Yeah, that's what's in Portland. Anyway, started coming, just doing some research and came up with a beard balm. And my original scent, it's called PDX number 6. PDX is the airport code for Portland. And number 6 was the iteration that I came up with. So
you were paying homage to your town?
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. And anyway, after the gift exchange in January of last year, I had a kitchen manager come out. He's like, you know, my kid loves this. Anytime that I'm wearing it, he plays with my beard. He's like, have you thought about selling this? I was like, no, not really. I was like, I have extra. So I'm like, So I ended up going to a local bar and I met up with an acquaintance and we started chatting and he had a beard.
It sounds like you shouldn't be on this podcast. You should be on Shark Tank.
It's funny. I actually told him he needs to go back and watch about 13 episodes.
I'm glad
of
you're with
Shark
me
Tank,
instead of the
right?
cubes.
Yeah.
Good. Sorry, man. Go over.
No, it's all right. It's all right. But I ended up going down a bar. I was chatting with an acquaintance. I was like, do you use anything in your beard? He's like, yeah, I've tried a few things here and there. And I actually had something in my pocket. I pulled it out. I was like, here, try this. And he's like, yeah, I would use this. I was like, would you pay $20 for it? He's like, yeah, absolutely. So that's where I sold my first one. Wow. Fast forward a little bit, moved back to Louisville, Kentucky. And this summer, I was like, I need something to do. And it sort of went back to this conversation in January that I had with that kitchen manager. He's like, why don't you sell it? So I got all my stuff together. I got out my recipes, started fooling around, and ended up with 5 different varieties. I have my original PDX number 6, which is geranium, cedar, and rosemary. I have a lemongrass.
How do you come up with this? Well, finish that. Finish your.
Yeah, I have peppermint eucalyptus. I have one of my most popular is a leather and tobacco. People either love it or they hate it, but most people love it.
I've got that scent, or I smelled it from.
And then, interesting story. I was coming up. Mosquitoes love me. I mean, they fucking love me, and I'm an outdoorsman. And it seems like they always go after my ankles. Anyway, I was making up this batch. It has citronella, tea tree, and rosemary in it. And I was like, I need something to keep these fucking bugs away from me. So I ended up doing a contest online. I was like, help me name this product because I'm not good with that type of stuff. And a friend in Chicago actually came up with this name called Not Today, Little Satans. Because I mean, that's what mosquitoes are. Is they're fucking Satans. Yeah,
I would have said they're probably little fuckers, but you know, little Satans.
What?
Back.
Go ahead.
But yeah, so now I have 5 cents, and today I have my product in 9 or 10 regional establishments.
Wow.
Yeah, so we are now getting. Yeah, so it's if you can get that up to the camera, you'll also notice if you get it a little bit closer, you'll notice that the eye. Hey, I can give direction well too. You can notice that the eye is also red too. So, but yeah. And
so this is
That's the citronella. Do you want to hear?
It is. That is citronella.
Yeah.
I got all 5 with you, so you can taste them all.
Now I have to ask. I know they're for beards, but is it a no-no for your hair?
So I actually have.
No, it's not a no-no.
I actually have a guy. He's a manager at Jim O'Neill Ford, and he'll use it on his on the back of his head.
Who?
Randy
Nice.
And then
You should get Jim Mayer to do it too.
but then also he says that his wife uses it as pomade.
There you go.
Really. Time out for a second. Everybody, you look to your right. In about 3 seconds, you're going to see. Oh, Kevin Cummings showed up. Yay! All right.
Like I said, he's going to be late to his own funeral.
So, continue. What was it?
So now we're getting ready for this product launch, and I'm super excited, super emotional actually as well.
When he reached out to you, what? Why are we whispering?
We like secrets.
Shh. I'm just reminding him of something. Shut up.
I understand.
Yeah.
But one of the reasons why I started this company is that my mom has done tremendous things for me, and I wanted a way, one, to pick my feet back up off the ground, but also as a way to help pay her back for all the money that she's put into basically helping me save my life. So,
Good God, is this where I have to add the Titanic theme song to this? But it's a great. No, I say with due respect. You got to always give props to mom, family for taking care. Yeah.
My mom's fucking awesome. She really
My
is.
heart will go.
Kevin, I just sent you some pictures.
I did see this, and it's like a.
I sent him pictures of you and your mom making the beard balm.
Oh, that was.
That is him and his mom making the beard balm.
With permission, when I upload this, I'd like to add those pics in the.
Please.
Yeah, that's a
That's
great.
why I sent it to you.
They're very good. All right. All
That's
right.
why I wanted to bring that up, by the way.
All right. So I'm gonna go back. We're gonna get you, Bill. I'm gonna pull your string in a moment. He reaches out to you, and you've been doing this.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you get this call or contact from Ben.
He's like, hey, let's catch up. It's been a while.
Yeah.
So he's like,
Are you still in Portland at this time?
no,
Oh,
I'm
you're
back
back.
here.
You're
I'm back here in
Okay,
Louisville.
gotcha.
Yep.
All right.
I didn't say anything about the beard balm. It was literally just, hey, we should sit down and we should catch up. Because I'd not seen him on social
Gotcha.
media.
All right, gotcha.
I did see the beard balm, and I was like, I think we should connect. I want to know what you're doing and how you're doing. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah, we reconnected and had a really good conversation. Started chatting, and I guess my energy came through as far as what I was trying to do with the beard balm. And Ben's like, have you ever thought about doing this? Have you ever thought about doing this? And I was like, I have no idea how to do this. I have no idea what you're talking about. So,
Well, there you go.
and here we are today.
That's how things just happen. And then time to get Bill involved here. Give me the segue. How does Bill enter the picture?
Okay, so I'm kind of thinking about the first time that Bill and I really engaged, and I happened to be
Like some dark secret on
I don't know
a bad part of town or something?
No, I was about 4 or 5 drinks in at the Blind Squirrel one night, and
That sounds like a fun
two of the
night.
guys that I know were actually having a Rotary meeting there. And asked me to come sit in. So I was slightly intoxicated, sitting down for a networking event that I did not plan on going to in the first place. And Bill gave me his card and said we should connect. And I sucked. I was awful. I never reached out to him. I mean, he texted me, he emailed
He's
me.
throwing you a bone and you won't even. You're not biting.
I was just a complete dipshit.
Okay.
Horrible. And I'm never like that, but I was kind of embarrassed about the fact that I was already 3 sheets to the wind by the time I sat down at the networking event.
All right.
And then finally we did connect about Kaizen, which is the company that I work for.
Right, yeah.
And Bill has
Do you
done
work
some
there
work.
too?
No.
You don't. Okay.
So Bill owns a digital marketing firm, and we had some initiatives that I felt like it would be a good idea to bring him into.
All right.
So after he and I actually got a chance to sit down and connect, and I understood what he did after I got past my embarrassment, there was a really good fit there. Not just necessarily from a business perspective, but he's become one of my best friends. I mean, he really has, because he's just a genuinely good guy. He just really is. So through those conversations with Kaizen and me integrating or getting involved with Rob, knowing that Bill's a business owner and a successful business owner, and has really strong, influential people around him, I wanted to get him involved some way, whether it was from an advice perspective or just doing some work for us. And I thought it was a good idea to say, hey, would you take some ownership of this and split it, and let's put it in a perspective to where you're going to have some long-term benefits out of this, as opposed to us not being able to afford to pay you to do the things that you're best at.
Okay.
And when I just wanted him to be digital marketing, he's so much freaking more than that. And he's been awesome as a mentor for me, and he's been awesome with helping me communicate things that I'm not sure how to do with Rob, because I mean, this is literally an awesome freaking triangle of talent here.
This Louisville's Bermuda Triangle. Let's get Bill involved.
Yeah. So
welcome to the show.
Oh, thanks.
I love you, Bill. I'm sure I just said that. I love you, Bill.
It's your turn to talk. I will turn down their mics and you get to speak. So
No, he can't speak. I'm sorry. I'm just going to interrupt like 15 times.
Jump in. Give us a little before you get started. Give us a little bit about your background.
I born and raised in Elizabethtown, moved up here to Louisville. Been here since I was 18, so I'm 27 years in now and can't leave. Married, wife, kids, love Louisville.
Pets,
own a marketing
pets, you got
pets. I do have a dog. So because cats are from the devil, so we have
pets?
Do what?
Are kids pets or no?
Kids are not pets. No, no. I can promise, because if you don't like your kid, you can't take it someplace else and just leave it. There's laws against that.
And you can't train them for the litter box.
Yeah, there are really laws against it. So here I own a marketing agency, Element 502. That's where Ben and I met. I got to hear Rob's story, and one of the really cool things that I got to do is that it's if you've never made something from scratch, that's what Rob and I were talking about even before we got here. Right. It's not, he didn't come into this like, hey, I'm going to make a product and sell it for a lot of money. I mean, there's emotional attachment to what he's made, and it's his and his mom's, and there's a lot of stuff tied up into that. And so to trust somebody else with that, it's kind of like,
you bring up some very good points.
Well, it's just like you with your podcast, right?
Yeah, right?
This is your thing,
yeah,
and so if you were to trust someone else to take a hold of it and like, hey, let me tell you about, let's change some of your branding, let's do some of this. So your initial thing is, no. Right. And then you're like, well, what if I showed you something, and it's not a all or nothing kind of thing? What about this? And then you're like, well, okay, that's honoring what I'm trying to do, but it's something cool. And I have a great team of folks that do this stuff with me.
We need to talk.
It's offline. It's fun. And so Rob can tell you, I mean, like when we've gone through, I mean, some of the stuff we've done, I mean, still being honored and true to the Gentleman Swine and the brand that he's bought to the table. But what are some of the things we can do to help it just from a visual and a print perspective? The product boxes that we're doing at our event are very specifically branded just around the idea of what we're doing at the event, with our sponsorship, with who we're doing. It's a unique, one-of-a-kind piece. It's got all of the labels of all the sponsors are on there burned. They're going to be individually.
Was that your idea right here? Was this who came up with this concept? Because I love this, how you package this all together.
I would say that it was a collaborative effort.
Sounds like while
really
he's over there raising his hand.
I was like, can we do a box? And Bill's like, yeah. And then that's what happened. So
love that.
Yeah,
I love
but that's the fun
I just
things
had
that
an
happen.
idea.
Like, can we do something like this? And then we've got great people that put it together. We use a lot of our vendors to help bring these things in, and then at the whole time making sure that we're still honoring what Rob does. And this is not the end. There are other products that are coming. There are other things that we're working on. But again, it's all in that idea of bringing this in. So yeah, that's what our agency does. We get to tell other people's stories and help do fun stuff.
To be honest, it's a very cool thing when something like this falls in your lap.
You know, it's one of the neat things, because my kids are 9 and 12, and they always love it. Like if we go to a restaurant that our company does the marketing for, if we see something like this, it's our names. I mean, well, we're on this box just because it's the product lunch box, but our names aren't on any of the product or anything. It's got Gentleman Swine because that's the brand that's there. We don't want to dilute that.
Exactly.
But it's neat, yeah, when you can see it and see it come together, and it's something to be passionate about. It's not just, it wasn't ever thought to be a money mill kind of thing.
I don't see the shooting from the lip logo on here.
Yeah, you got to go back on the back right there. No.
Hashtag Lip Nation.
Look right there in the bottom
My ass,
right.
you don't.
Oh!
What's up?
I stand corrected.
There you go.
Kick my ass now.
Yes, I will.
I see it right there.
Yes.
I know the guys who put together the logos. I can tell you where it's at.
He's pretty good at what he does, by the way.
Wow, I'm blown away.
Look at that. So your logo is on all the boxes.
That's badass. That is badass.
We got great folks that work
I'm
there.
pretty sure it's on a billboard too, right?
Yeah, there's a billboard. There's a billboard over in Indiana.
You might have a billboard for shooting from the lip too, right?
Yeah.
Just saying.
When did that go live?
It's going up today.
Sweet.
So yeah, it'll be up tomorrow when you're driving across the bridge. You'll see.
Exit 1.
Yep. You'll see the Boar's Bash first annual. So.
And it's funny. Bill's a freaking genius, dude.
I'm detecting that.
I brought up an idea of, can we put together some kind of package that we can sell, and that's what came of it. It's fucking amazing.
That's pretty good.
It's amazing.
This
Beautiful.
podcast,
How do we put something together?
This segment is giving me the warm fuzzy. I'm tingling all over with these cats.
If you
want to
see how fun it is, this is the first time Rob's actually laid his hands on the box.
Are you serious?
He's never seen
I've
it
never
in
seen it
person
before.
before. He's seen pictures of
He
it.
saw a picture, and I thought he was going to fall over.
Wow.
So-
yes or no? Yeah, that's good.
It's fucking amazing.
Big time.
This is like one of those movies, like where
That's
I'm
a
not going to
moment.
cry. I'm not going to cry, and then you put it in
Come
front of
on,
me.
give
It's
me
like,
some tears. Come on, make it real.
These are
beautiful
joyful,
moment.
happy tears.
Wow. I love that. So really, we're getting his date. You know,
this is it.
Oh wow.
Seeing his idea become a reality, it's awesome, and I'm glad he's getting to experience this, because Rob's been through a lot of shit.
And you know what?
He's dealt with a lot of
I
shit.
fucking love that emotion. That's real.
Well-
That's fucking real, because this is his baby,
Yeah.
and he's seeing
the
it
trust
come to
that I was
life.
telling you
That's badass, brother. That's
Kevin,
so badass.
That's why I'm involved, and that's why the only person I really wanted to bring in was Bill. Bill is an awesome,
So happy for you,
faithful
brother.
guy,
Happy for you.
and I knew that he would be supportive and encouraging of
I mean, what
Rob.
does that seriously, Bill? Look at this emotion. What does that? That's
I'm not a cold-hearted person. I mean, I'll go hug him and cry with him.
well,
But
you know, we are gonna
we get
we're
to
gonna have a
do.
fucking group hug afterwards.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll do it on film.
Yeah,
Well,
But,
and that's what I was talking about with trusting, with listening, with doing. I mean, the only reason, because with the other thing that would have made a really, unless you're like a Kardashian show where he looks at it and he goes, tosses it across, hits somebody else.
No offense, that would have made for good podcast material too.
I'd rather this reaction of,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm really excited about what
you know
you've
what?
done.
And you know what? My reaction is for him, because I'm
Yeah.
getting fucking teary-eyed for him. And you know what? I spent 30 minutes or whatever. I already like this guy. I can already tell he's a fucking good guy. And Ben, this is, and I'm going off the rails here, but when you and I connected, there was something very cool about our connection, because you took we became friends. So I think we're really good friends. And in a short amount of time, we're good friends. We probably kissed each other on the lips a couple times, but alcohol does that kind of thing. But we're still 100% hetero.
Absolutely.
But you have taken an interest with my podcast, and you've been so supportive. You're constantly throwing out these ideas
And your
to help.
family, your kids.
Yeah.
I mean,
We hung
I
out last
like
night.
you,
We
dude.
had a great time. But my dog Claire loves you. But my thing is
That makes my day. She's hot, by the way. Just saying.
My point is that you.
Sorry.
There's this Hallmark moment coming. And then all of a sudden,
you come back.
I don't know with that comment. I can't use Celine Dion's music with that comment. I got to use probably like Kid Rock or something.
No, you're good. Come on.
No, but I guess what I'm getting at is that your intentions are good, and in how you've collaborated all this. I want to be part of the team. I want to be part of Team Ben Browne. So
thank you. But I'm not going to take credit for it because it's really about surrounding really good people.
That's who you are too. So that's a shout out.
But that's why these guys are so good too, because they do the same things. This is just your first exposure to them,
and your really, logo's on the box, right. So you're part of the team.
You are
absolutely.
But that being said, so I've got a day job. I've got a career.
Right.
Bill has a company that is fruitful and growing massively. Mm-hmm. I don't think neither of us jumped into this to make millions of dollars. We jumped in because there's a guy right here.
But if you do, it's not a bad thing.
I'm not going to complain if we do. That being said, we jumped in because of the story and the passion and the idea and how much there is to provide for things that we're all passionate about for it. And Rob's really the story for that.
Yeah.
I mean, he really is.
That's a good story, yeah.
We're not in this. Bill and I are not in this to make millions of dollars. Rob might be. But it's at least coming from right here. And not just from how can I fill my pocketbook. I mean, the guy made the shit from the get-go to give back to people. Just to give something to his friends at work.
His reaction.
And he never would have tried to sell it.
His reaction to seeing this wasn't gloat. It wasn't fucking like it was passion. I mean, it was, that says a lot. So, I'm going back to you, Bill. Element 502, elaborate more on all the things that you guys are really involved.
So we do digital marketing. I tell people, if you want my elevator pitch, you tell us who you're trying to find, and I'll go talk to them in various levels of creepiness. So just sometimes a little creepy, sometimes a lot creepy, but we use all our powers for good.
Various levels of creepiness just made my day. So can we hashtag that?
Hashtag variable creepy. Yeah, because some of this, the amount of data, the amount of stuff that we do, the opportunities to talk to people. I mean, there's lots of data, lots of stuff, and that's what we do. Is that we've got people that can take your idea. We can do it physical. We can do all of that. We can do all of the other pieces that we do. We do social media. You need a selfie stick.
Yeah, no. We need
or you need a Rob.
Or a Rob.
I need a Rob.
We gotta get. Yeah, there you go.
I'm still not in it. Damn it.
Get in, lean in.
Lean in, Bill. Lean farther. There we go.
As I try.
So that's what we do. We do marketing and advertising, but we get to do things like this. We get to help with logos and ideas and bring them to life. Whether it's going to be a physical package, whether it's just putting yourself online and putting yourself out there, and promoting. And that's what we get to do. So we
are brand geniuses. That sounds kind of.
You're on our side.
I'm on. Yeah, because this is the benefit of a laptop. I'm on you. That's great.
I'm going to tell you right now.
When I read that, Bill. It's kind of a cocky line there.
Well, it says you're the brand genius when you start reading in there, because I didn't come up with Gentleman Swine. If you look at the pictures, it's Rob and his mom cooking it. I'm not there. Ben's not there. Right?
I was taking the pictures.
Okay.
You bring up
That's all I was doing.
Go ahead.
I was just taking the picture of them being good.
It's not our product.
Right.
But my job is to learn it and have as much passion as he does about it, so that when we put something together, it actually can talk to somebody and sound like him. And so you're the brand genius. My job is just to be smart enough to listen and be able to bring it and help out.
So you own the looks and brains part, right?
I own half of that. So that's the 6 other people that work there. We all work together. So, and they're a great group of guys and gals.
Look at this guy.
I want to say something though. So here's one of the things that I love so much about Bill is ask Bill, who works with him every day in an office right next to him.
Oh, she works part-time. My wife works in the business too.
So props to the wife.
It's fun working with your wife. It's an interesting opportunity. It brings in a whole different dynamic because we have to work together and life follows us around. But she's a homeschool mom. She does great with our kids, and so she gets to come and help us. And so it's our company.
Good.
And so it's fun.
Very cool. Very cool. Man, I really, sharing the story here with this, I didn't know how this all played out.
Why do you think I wanted them here? I wanted you to hear it, and I wanted you to be honestly just
because
get it from the horse's mouth instead of me trying to tell you what was going on.
No, fair enough.
There's a lot of this, and if I told you in advance and you already knew that, you wouldn't have seen, and hopefully other people see this
again,
and they see the emotion, the raw emotion from Rob, and they hear the story from Bill. And
here, you bring up a good point. And I'm going to plug my show and the concept. My show is not fucking scripted. Now, I get it. I start with a little bit of something to get the ball rolling, but it's free flowing. And your emotion, Rob, the conversations we're having here, it's real. It's in the moment. That's what my show is all about. So.
And what a great show it is.
I appreciate it. And then, when we have guests who are supposed to be here at a certain time, but we know deep down
they will be late to their own funeral.
I thought I got minutes.
I said 9 o'clock.
Our buddy.
I never said I'd be here at 9. You said you're going to be here at 9.
Yeah.
No, I said, can you do the podcast at 9?
No, you said, can you do the podcast? You said, I'm going to start at 9. In my mind, I was like, okay, I'll be there way after that.
People who watch my show every week knows Kevin and I are kind of partners in this. I'm like the appetizer of the night. He's the full main course. Sexy motherfucker, by the way. Badass musician. Have you heard this guy play?
Absolutely.
You have?
He's awesome.
He is good. So let's talk the event.
Can I? Yeah.
Let's start. Go ahead. Go.
So I want to plug the event.
Yeah,
and
do it.
And
Yeah.
excuse me.
Kev, come on.
I wanted to make sure that we promoted the event and the entertainment that's going to be involved in the event. So our first annual, the Gentleman Swine product launch party and Boar's Bash and first annual beard competition is January 29th.
Competition.
Beard.
Me and you are gonna win.
Beard.
So,
me and this guy are first, second place.
It's January 29th from 6 to midnight, and I got this fantastic couple of musicians playing that have been gracious and made it affordable for us because they're fucking expensive. Lauren Ide, which is beautiful and amazing singer, and the Kevin Cummings band that plays everything that you really want to hear. He's got an awesome voice. He can grow 3 beard hairs a year if he's lucky. But he likes me, I think, or he wouldn't show up. But I'm paying him to be there, so he'll be there.
That's true.
He half likes you.
Yeah, right.
I just like your beard.
Yeah, right. I know. You just want to rub it.
Because it's
You're
well
just
taken care
jealous.
of.
You're jealous.
The event is going to be awesome.
Yes.
And it's going to be funny. And there's going to be a beard contest, which is pretty rare. You don't have a lot of beard competitions.
No, you got Derby City
there's plenty
Whisker
of
Club
beards.
that I will shout out because they're going to share our event. So I will let you know they had their Whisker Mania at Diamonds in the Highlands.
Yes.
That Saturday before. So if you hear this and you went and competed there, come out and check out the new beard bomb from Louisville.
What do you get if you win?
I'll let you know.
We don't know.
A
yet.
lot.
Fabulous things.
We have some prize packages that are put.
I just got some friends that got some solid beards. I'm just going to be like, just come out.
Yep.
Let's do this shit.
Yeah. There will be no cash prizes. Just putting that out there. There will be no cash prizes.
But awesome beard shit.
So one of the things that has not been said, Sullivan's has graciously agreed to donate 10% of their sales from the start to the end of the event to the Huntington's Disease Society of America for Kentucky. and I'm on the board. So I'm passionate about that. One of my best friends is actually at a 50-50 risk to get Huntington. So that's an important charity for me. 10% of our profits
go to the recovery community here in Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah. So it's not just about us making a bunch of money. It's also about giving back. We just want you to be there. Come out, have a good time, learn about our product.
And people that normally come to my show or ever come to my show, the fact that I'm taking off a Tuesday from Baxter's to do this is pretty rare, because I think I've missed like 3 Tuesdays in the last 74 years here at Baxter's. That possibly exaggeratory, but I've played a lot of damn Tuesdays here.
Yep. And I want to personally thank Kevin Cummings and Kevin Hale and Shooting from the Lip for coming and taking their Tuesday off from Baxter's. And I want to thank Baxter's for not fucking hating me for doing it, for stealing everything that they have on Tuesday nights to come work my event. But I wanted to have the best people there, and the people that I knew actually cared about what I was doing and would accept and promote.
And you gonna sing something for show that night.
Oh, hell yeah.
Sweet.
I don't know about you.
We're going to do some Destiny's
you gonna
Child.
sing a little bit?
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord.
You're scaring him.
That's a good start. Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord. My problem is my voice is so low, it's hard to find me something I can sing.
We can figure
Well,
Well,
yeah,
I'm
you
sure
can sing
Kevin.
some Johnny Cash. Chris Christopherson, he just pretty much do some late life Chris Christopherson, otherwise known as talking over chords.
Bill's got to sing too. Bill's got to sing.
It's going to be bad. So
Hey, you know what?
it's not a promotional.
When it gets to the point where we're like trying to get everybody to leave, it's like last call,
Like, hey,
so you can
guys
sing.
get up here and sing.
No,
oh, we
no.
gotta go.
We're going to do Seven Bridges Road in a minor key.
There we go.
Maybe Wagon Wheel, just for Kevin.
Beautiful.
But yeah, so January 29th, 6 to midnight, we've got Kevin Cummings playing, Kevin Cummings band playing. So it will be their band.
And Lauren
rocking out.
Ide.
Lauren Ide is playing an acoustic set.
We got beer
the
tasting.
beard competition. We have Falls City coming in and doing a beer tasting.
Yeah, Fall City's coming out.
Beer tasting, beard competition.
Yep.
Yeah, there's
Beer tasting.
Very
Beard
different than beard tasting.
A beard tasting
Beer competition.
and a beer competition.
This beard tastes terrible. I think he's a mechanic.
That would be so much more. You know what?
This guy does CrossFit.
We might do 4 tables for that shit just so we can have a beer tasting and a beer competition. But Kevin Hale is doing Shooting from the Lip there that night. Thank you to Sullivan's for hosting it, and Woody's Barbershop is actually sponsoring the beard competition. They are bringing judges, so you're going to have actual beard trimming barbers that know what the fuck they're talking about judging the competition. Thank you to Element 502
Welcome.
and Bill and his company for not only just doing what Bill does, because Bill's amazing, but also for them providing a lot of help with this. Best Print Solutions, John Clare has provided 2,000 postcards for us to hand out and get out there. And then Mike fucking Ballard. Everybody knows Mike Ballard. Mike Ballard Lightwave is actually providing the sound and PA and everything for that night. So they're mixing sound, so Kevin doesn't have to work when he gets there. He shows up, plugs up, play.
Amen.
Makes his day. That's why he was so cheap.
It was a part of it.
And that's what it is. And it'll be the first time where we come out, show everybody, here's our Boar's Bash. It gives you an opportunity to meet the creator himself, the Gentleman Swine. Come out, support, buy product. We want you to buy. The product will be for sale that night. And as Ben said, proceeds are going around to help out the recovery community, help out Huntington's Disease Society. And it's just a great opportunity for us to take this thing that's been growing for a while and launch it to the world and share it, because like you said, like some of the smells and some of the scents, either you love them or hate them, but they all mean something. They all have some kind of idea to it. And, no one's ever used it and went like, oh, this stuff's awful, I want to throw it away. And so that's why it's going to be a great opportunity to go out and share.
Yeah, we're quick. Is this? Are you gonna? This is gonna be a recurring event? Have you thought that far ahead?
That's why it says first annual.
It does say first annual. I don't know. Did I see? Whoa, hold on. I don't think I see first annual anywhere on here.
No,
It's
on this one, this is the
Facebook.
product
Yeah,
launch.
that's a product
Okay.
launch.
Yeah,
On the
that's all
Facebook event, it says first annual.
All right.
Yep.
all right.
Product launch and first annual beard competition.
Okay, I get it.
Wow, wow, wow.
Yes, that's
Good
the-
research, Mr. Podcast Guy.
I do it like I said. I'm doing enough to get the
Just
party
enough to
started.
get it
Good,
started.
Yeah. And I'll leave it up to you guys to promote your stuff. I don't need to do it.
Thank you for having us on, by the way.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate you doing this. Kevin
fantastic.
Cummings, thank you for coming. Even though you're fashionably almost over late, but
It's all
I
good.
still love you.
This is like the tip.
Considering the shit I say, I feel like it's just enough.
It's just enough. He drops in.
You would have been awesome just to have that comic relief in the background.
He's been known to offend a few people.
Never.
People nonetheless.
Yeah,
He doesn't
real quick.
offend people, or they shouldn't be here.
I'm
Just kidding.
gonna do this real quick.
All right.
Which one you
I'm
got?
gonna do some sniffing on these lemongrass.
Guess what it smells like?
Lemongrass smells good, actually.
It is
Very
good. It's really good.
And those scents will stay with you all day.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you said that I could go with in my hair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely. I've had more than one people say that they've used it as
I'm
a
gonna
pomade.
give that a shot. Leather and tobacco.
Either
I love
love it
that
or
one.
hate it.
That I always tell people that's me helping my granddad shine his shoes. That's
That's
the
a
smell.
damn good way to put it.
That's
I like that.
I love that smell.
Yeah.
Which one was that?
Leather and
tobacco.
tobacco.
Dude, that's literally going to become one of the favorites.
PDX formula number 6.
Yeah, that's the
This is
original.
the original. I'm gonna.
It has geranium, cedar, and rosemary.
After I finish smelling these, I got a question for you.
Absolutely.
Peppermint, eucalyptus.
That'll wake your ass up in the morning.
I've always wanted to know how do you spell eucalyptus. Now I know. It is. That
All I have to do is type EU in my phone and it pops up. Yeah.
But if you are congested,
Nobody
this
ever
is the
smells
one.
anything
This
like
is
that.
this is the one you want to smell.
The
if you
number of
have
times
any
that I've typed it
congestion.
in my phone.
Dude, you ought to smell. Never mind, I can't.
Not
say
today, little Satans.
Yeah.
You little
Yeah.
fuckers.
Yeah.
That's the citronella.
Tea
It
tree
is,
and
that is
rosemary.
tree.
all citronella. What is the mindset? Where's your creative genius on coming up with these scents?
So the original came from. It's funny. I was doing some research online, and the recipe was actually called, of course, something else. But the scent profile is. I was looking for something that reminded me of home, which is the Louisville, Kentucky area, and that actually is like a geranium is also called bourbon oil. So when I saw that, I was like, "Hey, I mean, I'm from the Kentucky area, so let's come up with let's introduce Portland to something from where I'm from." So
How different, really? Real quick, give me a geographic lesson here. How different is Portland from Louisville? I've heard nothing. You know, it rains a lot. All that shit about the Oregon. You know,
Down here.
that too.
Here.
You know, yeah.
no. I mean,
But
Portland.
East, west.
Portland is one of the most beautiful places on earth.
heard.
You can be on the coast
9
in 2
days
hours.
a year.
You can
only
be on
one
the
of the most
coast in 2
beautiful-
hours.
It's only one of the most beautiful places, like 9 days a year.
You've
when it's
never
not
been
fucking
there in the
hold on,
summertime.
Ben.
When it's not raining.
Ben, you're hijacking
It
his-
doesn't rain for 4 months there. Come
All
on.
right, come on, go ahead.
So no. I don't know if anybody audibly heard my sigh when he asked that question because while it's beautiful there, for me in my personal experience, Portland is one of the most passive aggressive places in the entire world.
I've heard that. Those two words, passive aggressive. Yeah.
And being from the Midwest, it's just I'd rather somebody just say something.
I still
versus-
struggle with Louisville being called Midwest. We're not really Midwest.
You're either high. Well, let's see. North, south. I mean, you're in the south, but it's like the north of the south.
Yeah.
Or you're in the.
I'm with you.
we're whatever the fuck we decide to be that day. It just is what
That's
it is.
true.
I'm just saying. We're not Midwest. We're not Southern. We're not Northern. We just are.
So,
But no, I mean Portland's an amazing city. Has a great. At the time when I was drinking beer, has some of the most fantastic beer in the on the planet.
are you not a beer drinker anymore?
Oh, the food. Yeah, the.
Wait a minute, are you not really?
No.
Really?
No.
Gave it up?
Nope. Completely sober, clean and
Yeah,
sober.
well, good for you.
So their food scene is fantastic. If you like doing things outdoors, there's plenty to do there, and highly would recommend going out and visiting Portland.
Very cool. Final words, guys. You got this event.
GentlemanSwine.com.
Gentlemen, yeah,
Come out and see us.
plug it. Go.
Gentleman Swine, not gentlemanswine.com.
Did I say man or
No, I want to clarify
it
that
is
because
man.
people
Man.
mistype it.
There's a lot of enunciation. No beer tasting. It's not beard tasting. It's
Yeah.
beard tasting. Yeah,
I mean,
it's
you
not a
can
beer
taste some
bomb.
beards. I'm
It's
sure
a
there's some.
balm. And we're at Gentleman
A man
Swine.
.com.
Which has got links to all our social, got links to the event, and just a great place to see the product as it comes out. And then once the product actually launches, it'll actually be a place where you can go purchase online, send to friends. It's a good thing.
Very cool.
And I also want to throw a shout out to Bruno Giacomini that owns Sullivan's and Nolan Matter, that is the GM that has been so supportive and so helpful. Also, Chelsea from Red Bull is working with us and helping out. Shane from Falls City is awesome. He's been really supportive and put me in touch with Brian, that is their marketing manager, that's doing some really good things. So thanks to everybody who's helping us put this on, put this event on. And please come, please come, please come. Support.
It'll be a good time. Come
Buy
on.
local.
so.
Buy local.
Exactly.
I don't care whether it's mine or
Buy,
somebody else's.
Support local.
Support.
Absolutely.
Buy and support local.
Hashtag support local.
Come to local venues. Buy local products. We're here because we love to be here, and we are here to support everybody else that loves to be here. So please buy here so we can stay here.
Rob, Ben, Bill, if you all can speak it, mi casa, su casa. My home is your home.
Gracias.
Thanks, Frank.
Love you, brother. Thank you.
Thanks, man.